What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, or on Twitter if you're listening to this via Spreaker, or if you're on the YouTube channel. Welcome to Wrestling United Spreaker Show. I'm Michael Cruz. Thank you for joining me once again. I am so excited to announce that the Wrestling United first show, that is the first weekly show, that is the WWE 2K18 Gameplay Universe Mode, is up now. It was supposed to be up on Wednesday. My computer kept giving me troubles, but it is up today. It is about an hour or so, and it is jam-packed with matches. It has matches like Adam Cole versus Roman Reigns, CM Punk taking on Cody Rhodes for the All-Star Championship, which will be defended every week, as well as appearances and matches with Kenny Omega, Aiden English and Rusev, Kota Ibushi, and so much more. Please click on the channel link to head straight there. Give us a subscribe and hit the notify bell so that way you can be the first one to know when Wrestling United shows go up. We're trying to get to 100 subscribers. When that happens, we're allowed to give a custom URL to the channel, so that way we could do youtube.com/wrestlingunited or something like that. But it's a long climb there, so please give us a subscribe if you like what we do. And if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments there, or tweet me at this video. Or you can also tweet me at either Mike Cruz 1128, which is my own personal Twitter, or Wrestling United now has a Twitter account, even though for some reason it won't let me edit the photos to like a profile picture. It won't let me edit that, surprisingly enough. So go ahead and at Unite Wrestling. It's at Unite_Wrestling. Sorry, I'm just like so flustered here because so much stuff is happening. So either at me on Twitter at Mike Cruz 1128 or at Unite_Wrestling. It will be greatly appreciated to follow us on Twitter. Now, on to a couple news things for today's Spreaker Show. First and foremost, my sources are from Ringside News. Because I have the Ringside News app. I got it when I was doing the Wrestling LOL Facebook page. You should like them because they have a lot of funny wrestling memes and stuff like that. So, the first thing I want to say is that in a recent interview, The Rock endorsed Ricochet to be a future world champion in the company, which is huge for Ricochet because it's The Rock. But I agree with him because Ricochet has a huge market value, and he's just fantastic at his job. He really is. His first match in WWE, his first official match that was on the on television, was a 5-star ladder match that he was in. Granted, there were 5 other people in that match, but still, it was an amazing match. And Ricochet is known all over the world, has won many championships, including the Lucha Underground Championship as Prince Puma. And I agree with The Rock, where Ricochet is a future star in that company, in the WWE, and there are many big things for him, I think. The second story, and perhaps the biggest one coming out here, is apparently Dave Meltzer said on the Wrestling Observer newsletter that there are no current plans in place for Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley. Those two were rumored to feud at SummerSlam if Brock continued his contract. Everybody thought that wasn't going to happen because they thought he was not going to re-sign and go to UFC. But instead, Brock did sign a new contract where the details of which are kind of shaky at best, and he was able to sign a new deal. Now, Meltzer is saying that the chance that there's nothing going on right now between Lashley and Lesnar, at least backstage, and his theory is that Brock Lesnar is putting over probably 2 people before he leaves. One of them is most definitely Reigns, which is probably going to be at the Greatest Royal Rumble event. But the second one is up for debate, and he thinks it should be a new star, not somebody who is in their 40s like Lashley. Now, I agree with that Lesnar should put somebody else over. But at the same time, I really think that Lashley's previous run was somewhat forgettable. He had a ECW championship and United States championship a couple times. And I think they were rather forgettable before he left the company. He is, for all intents and purposes, he may be a returning star, but the hype that's surrounding him is giving him a bigger star feel, if you know what I mean. So, really, I think if Lashley were to fight Lesnar, Lashley could be, for the next number of years, be in that Lesnar role without Lesnar having to be there. It's switching from one monster to another. I don't know if, except Lashley would be more full-time basis instead of Lesnar, who was only there like every other month or so and barely there, never wrestled on television. Lashley's different. He's that type of monster attraction that Lesnar is, except he would be there full-time and be there on a regular basis. So, I really think that they should go through with the match. And my only other thing is that I don't know if this is... Just because Dave Meltzer hasn't heard something doesn't mean it's going on, because he's human. Every human at some point can be and will be wrong. I've been wrong on numerous occasions, I'll tell you. And normally it's the case when if Meltzer hasn't heard about it, it's probably not happening. But I really think that WWE want to go there. Why would Lashley sign then? He said on numerous occasions, if he signed, he wants to fight Lesnar. He even said it on his return night on the WWE.com exclusive. So the fact that they could even air it or do anything like that is just... I don't even know. I don't know why they would not do it, especially if that's what Lashley is going for. Anyways, I really think that they're going to continue to do it. I might be opening up a can of worms with this. Dave Meltzer is a brilliant wrestling mind, and he knows a lot of people, and he has terrific insight on the company. But just for a lot of things, he's right about. But as with everything, including what I tell you, gotta take it with a bit of salt regardless. They've been right before, and they may continue to be right. But you just have to keep your options open as far as that's concerned. Meltzer could be completely right, but he could also be on a 180 spectrum. Only people who know what's going on a day-to-day basis, and that even may change, is really Vince McMahon and Triple H. Even more so Vince McMahon. He knows what stuff comes down to, and I think, judge on what happened with Lesnar and Goldberg, and the fact that the Lesnar loss was given to Goldberg, even though he was there for a little while. I think knowing that and knowing how Vince McMahon tends to be, it will be ridiculous if Lesnar and Lashley do not clash before Lesnar leaves. That's just my take on things. Thank you for joining me today on the brief Spreaker show. It's about 10 minutes there. I take 10 minutes of your time. I'm trying to try, like I said, I'll try every so often to do a bigger podcast on Saturdays if I can, which will entail not only me recording on this, but also a recording of me for YouTube, because the app that lets me record for longer is not applicable to YouTube. It is only for like Spotify and the share on Twitter and stuff like that. But I will be making sure to get it to you guys somehow. Well, thank you guys for joining me today on the Spreaker Show. My name is Michael Cruz once again. If you want to join us on Twitter, that is Mike Cruz 1128 at Mike Cruz 1128, as well as at Unite_Wrestling if you want to follow the channel. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. And one more thing before I sign off. I have a hashtag on pretty much all of my videos when I share them or upload them. It's hashtag under wrestling we stand. If you want to stand united under wrestling, use the hashtag under wrestling we stand, and I will give you a shout out in the next Spreaker session. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.